Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Humankind's The 100 Years War. We are playing as the Franks, we're fighting only the English, and so far we're doing pretty well. We have taken London, we own the city, except they still need to surrender and cede the city to us, but we do control it, you know, there's little they can do to keep it from us at this point in time. We are, I think, being sieged over here. Yes, we are. We are being ransacked, at least. Not sieged, but they are being... they are plundering our dye over here, which is not great. We are going to have to deal with that. These guys are going to have to go back this way. What do they have? They have horsemen and they have spearmen. Yeah, I suppose we'll send these guys over, right? Or maybe we need to send this bigger army down south and we can deal with this all on our own. Yeah, we'll deal with that all on our own. We'll deal with that pretty well, I would say. These guys are going over there. These guys are going to continue down towards Bordeaux. And before we continue on any further, I would like to remind you that I do now have a Ko-fi page. Any support that you're willing to give me on there will be greatly appreciated. For example, it will allow me to buy the expansion for this game if you do decide to back the channel, you know, which will definitely help me out and would be greatly appreciated. For now, let's continue. This should be the last episode. We have only got 18 turns now left to go.
Sampling all the city's entertainments can easily lead to penury and perhaps divorce.
Alright, so as a result, let's see, how much further do we need to go? We can not yet force surrender. We have a lot of war support, they are losing war support, and they are losing 4 war support every turn because we occupy one of their cities. But of course, you know, that's not good enough. We are going to need more. Unfortunately for us, they do not have any additional cities, though we could check out this area over here. Let's first of all just send them up there. And these guys are... yeah, they're not really that useful here anymore, are they? I guess we can just station them. There's not much else left for them to go. And for sure, they're not going to be able to reach the city and make a difference, I don't think. Though... maybe we should try. Let's see, like how many turns will we need? 20 turns. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like they're too far away, but maybe we can make a difference somewhere else. Maybe they do have 16 turns. Is that 16 turns? Yeah, that is 16 turns. Well, maybe in the last 2 turns, maybe there's a city here. Like the borders don't indicate it, but maybe they'll expand. Maybe we can take it away from them. Who knows? In the meantime, we are going to fortify our fame lead by having Paris help out with building of the Angkor Wat. Turonis, in the meantime, let's see, we are losing stability here. We could build a commons quarter. Right here is a decent spot. We'll get some food, a bit of production, 10 stability and 2 influence. That is decent, and I'll take it. Food here, meanwhile, is getting low, and stability is finally going up a bit. There's not much we can do to improve our food production, however, without building another farmer's quarter, which will in turn affect our stability, but hey, that's just the way it is, I suppose. We'll go for the plus 15, that will solve our problem for the time being. And then we have a watery grave. The great coastal city of Turonis sends fishing crews far up and down the surrounding coastline. Now one of the new crews has made a startling discovery. Wreckage of an ancient galley lying well preserved in shallow waters. After brief scouting, an experienced diver offers to explore with their gang and promises a fixed payoff for the Empire. They warn that the expedition isn't for the inexperienced. What is your choice? So we could mobilize, we can have our military explore the wreck with unexpected consequences. We could contract them and just get 150 bucks, which is still, you know, a fair amount. Don't get me wrong, but we're making more than that every turn. Or we could protect it and we will get plus 25% faith for 2 turns. which is, yeah, not great. We're going to mobilize, because we don't really need the money, but if we get a huge payout, you know, that would be great. That would be nice. So, let's continue on. These guys, I suppose, might also go over here, because why not? I don't think they're needed over here. We'll send two 5-man or 5 units strong armies over towards the south. These guys are going to go over here. This AI didn't really expand that far. I'm wondering actually which difficulty we're playing on. We didn't get a choice when I started, so yeah, it's interesting. Alright, food is okay for now. We're getting one more pop in one turn, after which food will be more of a problem, I suppose. Let's see what else there is we can do. 4 turns for plus 16 money. Doesn't really pay off, I guess. 3 turns for 8 money definitely doesn't pay off. Stability is going up. We could go with more stability though. Plus 15 over here. Decent choice. We'll go for it. Meanwhile, food, everything else is doing pretty well here. I actually kind of forgot where we're building Angkor Wat right now, but I guess it doesn't really matter. For now, we will build. Let's see, what are we destroying? A hamlet. We're not really losing anything though, because we're still getting the output from all the surrounding tiles. This is plus 15, plus 5, yeah. Interesting. We could get plus 10 here at the cost of 2 production. We don't really have that many great choices, but plus 15 here, let's go for it. Why not? It doesn't really matter if that does end up hurting us a little bit.
The site of Angkor Wat is worthy of reverence, not merely for the temples, but for the care it took with water and irrigation.
Yeah, all right. So we built it in Aurelianus. All right, let's send up our army towards this province up on top. And we can even, let's see. It's hard to see with them on top. 15 and 9, 6 and 17. Food or production. We would want to go there for sure, I think. These guys, what do we want to do? 17, 7. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Though if we build here, we are protected by the mountain. We'll go ahead and grab that territory, you know, as much. We'll get as much as we can possibly grab. Now we need farmers' quarters. We can get a plus 20 over here, which is, yeah, perfect. We'll definitely want to go for that. Meanwhile, food here is getting low, but, you know, stability is an ongoing concern. It's not really terrible, you know, it's not really a huge deal. I guess we can go for aqueduct. Build that up in 1 turn, we'll go to 101%, and then we could build a farmer's quarter, which we can build over there for plus 18. That is decent. This is going up to 100 on the next turn, but we are losing food. We don't have anything we can build in Turonis to improve our food production, so we are going to need a farmer's quarter. I suppose we can build it here, and then later on we can build something here, maybe to get some production from the territory, which I'm okay with. Meanwhile, in Aurelianus, what else do we want to build? Ooh, we are way over our capacity. A hamlet would provide more of everything for our people, and we can go here for plus 23 production. It doesn't solve our food problem right now. Though I guess we could buy this out with population, and that would solve our population problem, because we work them to death, basically. How much do we have here right now? 35, and we can support 32 in farming, 6 in industry, 5 in money, and 4 in science. We have the maximum of everything, and we're basically over our food production here. I don't generally do this, but you know what? Let's go for it. Instance, we solved the food problem. Sometimes you just need to work your people to death, I guess. Doesn't feel good to me, but hey, you know what? It helped us out. It worked. Oh man. something about the strategy games just kind of turns you into a horrible person, you know. We can get plus 12 production. And you know, the reason why it turns you into a horrible person is just because it's numbers, you know. You're not face to face with people. It's just, it's what it is, you know. It doesn't really matter. Because you don't see the end result of your actions. And I have the same thing with Crusader Kings 3, which is a game I recently started playing. I just really turn into a Game of Thrones level asshole, really. Like, I'm okay with incest, I'm okay with murdering, I'm okay with rape suddenly, which, you know, in real life I fucking hate and abhor, you know, but in the game, you know, like, it's just numbers, it's laws, it's all distant, I'm disassociating from the whole ordeal. I'm just going with what makes my state or country or county or whatever, what makes my family stronger at the cost of everyone else, you know. It just makes you even feel smart and good, I guess, for making something work despite all the odds. But what you're actually doing is horrible. Really, really horrible. Let's see, political entitlement. What political system does the small council support? Aristocracy, +1 combat strength on emblematic units, or republic? +3 combat strength on militia. And the militia are the people defending our cities. Well, we're not really under siege. And we have a lot of our emblematic units, which are the, what are they called again? The Frankie Militaries. So we'll go for +1 strength.
Whether they're smarter or luckier, they've risen above the rest.
Yeah, that's it for turn 59. Let's move on. We were ransacked. Alright, so now we were just too late, but we'll get some payback. Let's go into a manual battle, just because we can. I suppose in this case it doesn't really matter where we start. We will end the deployment since we were the ones to engage. Ooh, I don't know why. These are the same type of unit. Here we'll do to 80 to 100 damage, but these guys will wipe out for sure. Let's see, what is the difference there? 41 strength, 38 basic combat strength, +2 from friendly units, and +1 from veterancy. Against them, which is combat strength, high ground, defending, and friendly units. But these guys basically have the same thing, except they end up with... they have 2 friendly units bordering them. These guys only have 1. So they get +1 combat strength from friendly units. But that is not enough to save them from certain destruction. So if we wipe out these guys might wipe out them entirely, except... yeah, we're not entirely sure. I guess we can get the high ground, so they don't have that high ground advantage, and then we can wipe them out in 1 turn. That's just really great. Then with the horsemen we can capture their flag to get that benefit, and then we'll attack them from the rear. These guys can come from around this side, so they lose the high ground advantage. We'll attack them. Just wipe them out as well. We'll just take limited damage and just wipe out this entire army. That's great. Meanwhile, Yishui sounds very Japanese. Can instantly rebuild our Dai plant or district, I suppose, simply by using some influence, which we have more than enough of. We could also go for a harbor, except that doesn't really benefit us in any way, so we'll ignore that for now. Meanwhile, Remus over here can build something else, which we have a 39% surplus. We could build whatever we want, really. I suppose we'll build some food production. We can build one here next to the harbor. That's nice. We have a surplus of 38 over in Aurelianus as well. We have plenty of food, so we don't need to worry about that. We have industry plenty, but you know, you never... I guess we'll go for money, because why not? Right? Here we would destroy a maker's quarter, which I don't really want to do. +6 down here. You know what? Let's go for the +6. Why not? It's not great, but it's okay. And if you build these things around each other, they start boosting each other as well. Ooh, we have an enemy unit over here. That is interesting. What are you? You are Great Swordsman. Canotenya is going to build Frankie Militaries, and we can actually even buy it out. Except, unfortunately, we cannot use them immediately to attack, but hey, we will do it on the next turn. We might even be able to build something else. Yeah, we can build 2 franking milites in 1 turn. Or not in 1 turn, you know, we bought out the one, then we can build another one using regular production. And then we'll have made 2. A dark day for the Empire. The dive was a disaster from beginning to end. Stormy seas and lashing winds leading to difficult conditions both above and below the surface. Yeah, that sucks. 15 of the city's soldiers drowned, while others returned with grievous wounds. That should be grievous wounds. Many say the city's military is cursed. Ruination. The disastrous expedition has scared many away from military life in Turonis. Pacifist. Everything is harder to produce now in Turonis, but we have plenty of soldiers. It doesn't really bother me at all, really. We'll continue building as we were. We are still far ahead. Close to a war victory. Alright.
You bring your stink here?
We cannot force a surrender yet, but they are getting very close. There's nothing they can do. The war support is losing by -9 now because they even lost stability. Interesting. I guess we have taken many of these territories that they relied on. Well, I guess they relied on things like incense. They have a lot of incense here, actually. Some tea as well, of course. The English have tea. They have free tea and free incense. I guess they relied on that a little bit for production of all the things that they needed and wanted. Right, these guys are done. We can actually go ahead and attack these guys, which will drive their war support down even further, because this will... Oh, actually that is perfect. You know, like we don't even have to fight. They lose war support just because we won. Our war support has increased by 5. We were already at 100, so, you know, doesn't really matter. I guess, well, these guys can go over to this territory and grab that one for us. There's plenty of stuff here to grab. I suppose we could have grabbed a lot more as well. A lot more territory if we were a little bit more aggressive. Alright, we're still in our same space, but these guys, they can still move. Maybe they can get to another territory. Alright, Muffrid over here can grab us some tea. And that is about it. I guess we could go... Ooh, plus 16 food production. That's pretty good. They can go up to a maximum of 4. And we make and have enough influence to make 16 food worthwhile. Like, yeah, that's pretty nice. Meanwhile, Remus, we are going to be building... I guess we could boost our production a little bit. In Aurelianus, we will boost money a little bit, which also will boost the original district, which is nice. In here, I guess it doesn't really matter. We could build a hamlet. 6 and 14, that's decent. We'll grab that one. Alright, these guys are running again. We can attack them again. And because they retreated last turn, I guess they can't retreat to this turn, so they will have to fight. We'll end their deployment. These guys are going to run up to the high ground and then charge on down and wipe them out in 1 hit. And we just take 13 damage out of 100. Nice. Alright, everything that was already moving, every army that was already moving is going to continue moving. Alright, these guys moved their maximum. I guess there's no more ground or terrain after this area right here. We do have Frank's rebels in London. They want to fight us because, well... yeah, I guess stability in London is extremely low. I guess we'll have to send these guys back to help deal with them. Move them as far as they can go. Oh, hold on. Let's see, 1710, 1808. No, 1710 is definitely the one we want to go for. We'll grab this territory. There is more dye to be found here. And we can... Oh, we settle on the river in a hollow. This is... Defensively, it's pretty bad. But as an outpost, actually, it's pretty good. We can't complain too much about that. We have 13 turns left to go. We still cannot force a surrender because they need to lose all their war supports, but they will do so on the next turn. So that is actually great. We don't really need to worry. Meanwhile, we can build... Man, this city has horrible production. +2 everywhere is just not worth it, man. It's really bad. I guess we could go for money. +13 right there is decent. The more money we have, the better, I suppose. You know, we'll get to 40 people working food on the next turn. After that, food might become a problem again. So we'll build another farming district in Paris. Simply because we can. It doesn't really matter to us. As for food, we'll grab +20 over here. We'll keep our cities growing. An ongoing war can now be ended. Perfect. We will force a surrender, and we have a war support, or a war score, actually, of 189. We can force them to give London and Assalfafage. And then we have 47 war score left. We don't occupy Ruin, so they cannot give it to us right now. And I guess they cannot give us anything else, except they have to pay us 1500 gold. That is a lot. That is an extreme amount. But that's all. Oh, well, we could demand them to become vassals, except we don't have enough war support to do it. We would need 215. We have a maximum of 189. So we will just take London and Assalfafage, which is a territory adjacent, I guess, to... Ah, yeah. So we have the London area, and then this territory which is attached to London. We'll get those, and then they have to pay us 1500 bucks in addition.
My deepest thanks.
Oh man.
People have spilled enough blood. We surrender.
All right, now we're 1000 fame points ahead of them, which is insane. These guys are going to explore this last bit of territory. AI was really kind of passive in this expansion. Well, let's see. We'll. Oh wow, that is not great. We just got a lot of population, and we don't have the food to support them anymore. So I guess, well, we can actually get this. We'll buy it out. That takes us down to -5.
More impressive than that are the citizens' waistlines.
And we'll lose 1 pop in 53 turns, which actually is not bad at all. It's actually quite good. Money and food over here. That's okay. I'll go ahead and grab that, because why not, right? We wiped out the English. We can actually try to cross the river here, and then grab this territory as well. Remus, still doing okay on everything. We don't really need to do anything here, except I guess maybe armory would be okay. Let's grab armory. Why not? You know, London is now under our control. We will go up to 59 stability, or 59% stability on the next turn. We can definitely use a, let's see, research quarter. We can get rid of that. We don't need it anymore, but a commons quarter with +35 stability beyond the 59 that we're getting will make us pretty much entirely stable there, which is just perfect. We definitely want that. Else we can get 8 money per turn here. Nothing from that. +4 influence. Science we don't really care about anymore. I guess the +8 money is good for 1 turn of work. We'll get theater afterwards, because why not? Did they just build both? Because that city still needs another bit of work there. That's interesting. Cannot be done as there's no valid adjacent territories to claim. Oh, this is still belonging to Yishui, actually. Does it? No, it's not. But no, it does belong to us. That's weird. That's really weird. Alright, we can go ahead and attack these guys. They might run away. Except they don't. So we'll go for another quick manual battle, because why not, you know, doesn't really matter. These guys cannot instantly kill them, but these guys certainly can. We'll use the cavalry to wipe out the cavalry. These guys can go ahead and attack down into the valley. This was the place we actually wanted to try and settle an outpost. I guess we can relocate to there as well, which will be okay. Because that does provide a decent amount of production and everything else. Oh, our Franco-Militaries are getting very strong. They killed themselves attacking up at us, actually. Oh no, we just did grab it. Okay, so they're different territories. I was clicking on the wrong one. I missed something here. That's my bad. We'll go ahead and grab these dice over here. And these guys have definitely seen all there is to see over here, I would say. And then we have things to build. Let's see, we should probably save up some more influence. We can build a theater in Paris. This is going up to 92. I guess we'll build a public fountains to solidify our hold even more. We need food over in Tyronis really badly, actually. But the only thing we can build is a farmer's quarter, though maybe a hamlet would be okay. Plus 15, okay, that's decent. What about a farmer's quarter? Plus 16 down here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab that. Farmer's quarter over in Aurelianus as well. This is a weird shaped city, man. I do enjoy it though. I really like that. Like, it's kind of like a moon shape, right? Like, that's pretty cool. Right, these guys can go ahead and grab this territory if we so desire. They can grab this territory as well, but it doesn't really provide us with any strategic benefits. Though this one provides us with gemstones. We'll go ahead and grab that, because why not, right? These guys are going to mobilize, or go stationary. These guys will move back to London. And as for Paris, we could use some more stability. Apothecary, plus 6 stability. Well, we get stability for every scientist in the city. So this is rather weak. We could probably build, yeah, this is much better, for sure. Meanwhile, London is going up to 100% stability. I guess we could go for extra production, so we'll build one of those. What is our, yeah, okay, the wall level is actually, this is weird. Look at that, this is our wall level, this is London's other wall level. I guess London, yeah, still needs to build stone walls. So we'll go ahead and build those as well. That's kind of interesting, that our side here actually has stone wall protection, but then when you go into London proper, like they even stack the walls on top of each other here. Look at that. They have wooden walls and stone walls on top of each other, and then this, all of this is wooden walls. That is interesting. We need food up in here. Plus 14 over at this port. Interesting. Carnotenia is losing a lot of stability, actually. We need to build some common quarters really badly. And we really need to build some strong ones as well, even at the cost of production. That would be okay. But this one, no, it's plus 5. This one, for the cost of -1 food, that's okay.
15 makers' quarters. At this rate,
that's
the
not a
entire
maker's
city
quarter.
is going to turn into an automaton.
That's definitely not a maker's quarter. That's weird. Right, now they're going up to 67%. I guess we could build Apothecary because, well, maybe we need to build an army unit actually. Let's build the Franco-Militaries, because that is going to take care of some of our population and doesn't need to be fed anymore. Alright, these guys have landed, which means we can go ahead and grab a territory. 23 and 3. That's okay. That's pretty decent. I'll take it. So we can get some ambergris over here. And then Paris. Oh, Paris is in need of food. Continues to be in need of food. We'll build a district over there. London, doing really well so far. What else do we need? We could 20% surplus. We could go for something else like production. A maker's quarter would be okay. We'll build one over there. Tyrannus, not in need of food quite yet. Stability is going down, however, but we cannot do much except build a commons quarter, which we'll build right there. And Aurelianus is doing really well and everything, but we could go with more food. We'll keep building up our cities as big as possible. Remus over here can build plus 12 in different locations. Interesting. None of this is walled, unfortunately, so I guess we'll go here. This is walled, so maybe if we build out to here, we'll get the benefit of the wall. That would be interesting. Let's actually check that out. So we'll build another one of those there, and then we'll see if all of this becomes walled at some point. Alright, Alcor is finished. We could actually get gemstones right now, which provides us with +4 stability on all cities, nice, and +2 money on market quarter. We have quite a few market quarters right now, so that's perfect. And then +5% money on all cities as well, so that should boost our production of money quite significantly, I would say. These guys are going to continue down south. We have more horses over here. All of this is really terrible for production. This is a decent defensive location, as well as providing a lot of food for us. Then we can grab our horses over here. Ahaha, we are reaching Bordeaux, and we have 8 turns left to go. But I guess at this point, we cannot... I guess we cannot attack them anymore, because we are running out. So maybe we'll just grab a territory right here. 9-10, 15-7, 15-6, 6-13. We'll grab one up on the hill because it's defensible. And the reward's not terrible. These guys are going to join up with that army. These guys are going to go ahead and grab this curiosity, though it doesn't really help us all that much anymore, I would say. And we're going to move to that territory. Paris. Meanwhile, what else is left for us to do? +3 money. It's all pretty terrible. We don't really need it. I guess we can grab Artisan Workshop, because why not? Barracks over here. We really don't need it anymore. Money we don't really need, but hey. We'll continue building some infrastructures, maybe in Carnotenia as well. We're going up to 80%, though I guess here we could use another one of these quarters. If you can get a decent +10 anywhere. Like that right there. It costs us some production, but we have so much. Everything is built so quickly, it doesn't really matter. Then though, we have bickering lords. Nobles are often engaged in petty squabbles over titles, land or rights. Or land rights, or the misdemeanors of offspring, but there are 2 particularly haughty highborns who have an especially vicious feud ongoing at present. The details are tedious, but apparently involve blood pacts and spurned love. Under usual circumstances, it would be no matter for your attention, but sadly, the pair are heads of influential families in Tyrannus and Remus. What is your decree? We could punish both nobles. Bring dishonor on their houses. They will be equally punished, so neither city feels aggrieved. We can favor one over the other. We'll punish both of them. And I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Let's continue. The last 7 turns. All good things must end. Game will end at 7 turns. Yeah, okay. So, all of our armies will continue moving on. These guys also. I guess, we'll keep sucking up as much territory as we possibly can. We are having a lot of cities already, but we could turn some of these other territories into cities as well. Carnotenia certainly cannot absorb any adjacent cities, unfortunately. We'll grab some more food over here, because we are desperately in need of it. These guys are going to grab 6, 14, 9, 12, 11, 8. That's better. We'll go ahead and grab that place right about there. And then we will get, let's see, our ambergris up and running. We'll get our horses up and running. This game mode really makes you rich. There is so much stuff to grab. A lot of stuff. We'll never run out. And with just the one opponent, like nothing really comes from unexpected directions. This definitely would work better as a build a helmet there. This would definitely work better as a multiplayer scenario or something like that. Just like one-on-one, just go super hard at each other. I guess the English might have a slight problem, but they start in 2 locations. They can definitely expand quickly over in this direction and have their main land over here. They would do well, actually. As for London, we have a surplus of 33% now, so we could definitely just keep building up our production, because why not? It doesn't really matter anymore at this point. We are definitely winning. So we're just kind of rushing through at this point, I guess, you know, it doesn't really matter all that much anymore at this particular point in time. We'll continue down this way. This is an interesting territory though, like with the hills, this is really cool. This is one of the better things actually about Humankind in general. Is that like you have a lot of height differences and it really impacts the experience of combat. You know, you have like that. This right here is a hell of a choke point. This is a choke point. This is a choke point. Then we have the high ground. I have no idea how you would even get up there, which is super interesting. All right, so we also have copper over here, which we can now build. And we'll do it, because why not, right? Oh, we definitely need another commons quarter over here. I guess we'll build one right there. That's the recommended spot, so we might as well go for it. At this point, nothing is really going to hurt us anymore. So we'll just go with all the recommendations. You know, we don't really need to overthink it all that much. We'll just keep building as much as we can, wherever we can. We'll get a +16 food over there. I guess Remus could do with some more food production as well. We'll grab a... we did connect this up and this did not become walled, which is interesting. And also, actually, this is reversed. That is weird. Look at that. This has now become wooden walls, and that has become stone walls. That's the opposite of what it just was. That is so weird.
15 commons quarters, providing myriad intoxicating delights, people's opinion of their leaders will either be very good or very incoherent.
11 is pretty decent. We'll grab this territory simply because we can. And we grab, what is this even? Silver. +4 stability on all cities, +2 science on research quarter. That's decent if we still needed it. You know, we don't, but hey. Yeah, we'll send these guys over there. These guys are over here now. We can grab a territory. We'll grab this one. A bit of extra production definitely helps. At this rate, we are expanding way faster than we can actually build all of the special resources. Kind of crazy, and this is only +2 influence, you know, which the influence is nice, but man, we have way too much of everything, really. City Watch, I guess we don't really need it, you know. We could go for money, +12 money, that's decent, why not? They're pretty stable, we could build something else, I guess +8 stability from this is decent. We could take everything off of science. I guess maybe it would even be cool to be able to disable that entirely. I guess we could. City growth, economic exports, public control. Okay, so we can do different policies and that would influence where people get placed. That's interesting. Aha, we could take out this territory. With 4 turns left to go, we might actually be able to do it. They have a little outpost there. Maybe on the next turn we'll turn that into a city, because we might as well. We already own this territory. We could grab silk. Well, at this point, I'd rather build up a city, I guess. These guys are going to go ahead and grab that, because why not? 64, why not? We'll grab that as well. It's just a bit more, doesn't really matter. These guys are going to go stationary. These guys are going to continue exploring, because I want to see what is in all of these territories, even if we are not going to be able to grab them anymore. There's nothing else we could build for influence. I'll save money. Why not? I guess at this point I might even want to build something that is just... you know, this is not great, but we could build ships here and then sail them out of the harbor. So that would be still kind of decent, I suppose. But yeah, at this point, like I said, it doesn't really matter anymore what we do. Sometimes my brain goes too fast for my mouth. I had a point, there was something I was going to say, and then I... yeah, that's it. I thought, like, I was thinking like, oh, maybe I could build something that take multiple turns to build, but there's so little that actually takes multiple turns. Ooh, we are being ransacked. Ooh, we have a decent strength army here. Interesting. Ooh, 2 armies even. We might be able to go out with a bang. Send them over here, we'll send those guys back over there, and then we'll have these guys, you know, they'll move over here. We'll not go into war immediately, but that will be a decent amount of combat that we could get into. And then we'll ransack this one as well, and exactly 3 turns we'll take it out, which is great. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move over here, I suppose, why not? And then we'll turn... what was it? Not these ones. Kafal Jitma. We'll turn you into a city. And we'll attach Sharan, and we'll attach Alcor, and what else can we attach? Nothing. But that's okay. We are over our city cap, but it just costs us 120 influence per turn. We have 596, so honestly that does not hurt us in the slightest. We could build fortifications over here, because that will be one hell of a choke point that I would have to get through. We could build another one right there, I suppose, and one here, and then this side would be entirely blocked off with powerful defenses. I'll grab 24 free over here. Why not, you know? Hamlets. We can build a decent hamlet right there. We'll go ahead and grab that. Hamlets down here don't really benefit us that much. I guess we could attach Muffrid over here, because yeah, that's decent. And then we'll build some food production, the farmer's quarter. Tyronus. We could absorb different cities even, but I don't think that really helps us. It does help with, you know, us being over the city cap and whatnot, but yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter. Ooh, +8, that's interesting. Where did that come from? Food over here, +15. Let's go ahead and grab that.
Compared to this 20 territory Behemoth, most other cities should be referred to as neighborhoods.
Alright, so yeah, I guess this is like it's a stronghold. Counts as a farmer's quarter, counts as a garrison. I guess that is a garrison, right? We built a garrison there or something, and that turned, or they built a garrison there, and that turned into a land spawn, and so on. Right, so these guys are getting there. We'll skip them for 1 turn because they actually, oh, they ran off. We should probably actually go ahead and initiate this battle. That makes them run away. But that means we can attack them on the next turn without any problems. Alright, so this is going to turn into English territory pretty soon, but we could actually do cultural blitz. We can spend 120 gold, but we will get 3,645 influence. That's decent. That's actually quite powerful. And we'll grab a common squatter right there, because we need influence. Similar over here. Nothing is really recommended. We can get +5 over here. Why only +5? That's weird. Suppose we have too many of everything. No, +10 over there. We'll go ahead and make that one. Alright, so we'll go ahead and... Actually, if we build one here and here, and there, like, we would have this all blocked off. We wouldn't have had to build one over here, but yeah. Doesn't matter, we have one turn left to go. We are going to war. To victory, for sure. We'll click this away for now, because I want to be able to add even more reinforcements. Then we'll do a manual battle just to humiliate them a little bit more. These guys are going to go into the forest right there. Yeah, and deployments, let's not overthink it. These guys can move here and then shoot the longbowmen. Albeit for very little damage. That doesn't do anything. That's interesting. Alright, we'll move around and we'll attack their longbowmen from the rear. That's decent. We can attack their longswordsmen. Now we'll move in with these guys. Might be able to finish them off with our horses. Pretty close to it, I would say. Ah, that's interesting. Alright. We'll attack these guys then. We cannot move to the river easily. So these longbowmen, they're going to be able to have a decent fight with us. Oh, we should probably just start running some guys in here. These guys, you know, and then we'll have some other guys over here. Jump on in. Some more horsemen. We'll move over here. On the river right there. Some infantry. I guess we can use those to finish them off. All these guys over here. Look at that. These guys don't stand a chance for running through these guys like crazy. These guys are moving right there. We'll get everyone involved. Yeah, why not? You're right, we have them, let's use them. Some more spearmen, we'll move them over here. And then we'll have some more spearmen, we'll move them over there. I guess we can attack these guys and try to finish them off. Or do as much damage to them as possible and they'll finish themselves off. But hey, that did the job quite well. Not too bad, not too bad. We don't really care. Right, you can shoot them because they're up on the high ground. That's nice. We are not going to attack them with horsemen if we can help it. We'll move them up here. They might be able to shoot these guys at the end, except no, they cannot. Actually, our horsemen are so powerful, we just... oh, these are not even... I thought these were spearmen. They're not. We can just do whatever we want. We'll end around here, because nobody else can reach them this turn. They'll do their best, you know, but they're wiping themselves out. That's it. We have not a battle won over here. Doesn't provide us with any benefit whatsoever, but hey. Doesn't matter. Just rub it in, you know, a little bit more salt on the wound. And everything else wants to have a building built. I guess we will just go with common squatter. These guys will go ahead and grab that, and then we'll grab this territory. Axolotl. London. We'll build one of these. Plus 20 over there. That's really good. Really, really good. We need food. We cannot make it in any way. We'll go ahead with a farmer's quarter. Right there. You guys, at this point, it doesn't really matter. We'll put them in there. Everything just takes one turn, you know. Plus 5 only. Plus 10. There we go. Remus. Still doing really good on everything. We'll go for production. right there. Castra Bresene will go ahead and continue our fortifications. And that will be it. So we have a successful ransack.
See the sights, appreciate the
mythical
local culture,
SiC.
and take anything that's not nailed down.
Now I did do a little bit of reading up, and we could... Basically this was a timed event. We can play this one for however long we want. But there was a limited time in which we were able to compete in terms of the score, our maximum fame score. We'll declare war. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We just move them up as far as we can move them. But yeah, anyway, so we are no longer able to actually participate in that event. But hey, I don't know what the highest score was at the time. We got as much as we possibly could, I would say. Perhaps we could have built another unclaimed wonder. The Todai Ji, for example, the mausoleum, the statue of Zeus, and so on. But we kept expanding and expanding our influence. One more turn, man. Doesn't really matter. Come on. We'll go through it. Plus 32, that is really strong. That's really good. Food. Nah, we have one more turn. Let's build districts. Plus 17. I'm not sure if the districts count towards our end score. I'm assuming it does. So we'll just keep building whatever we can. That is able to be built in one turn, you know? Just turn this off and then end
The
again.
march of human history is long. Making your place in it an even greater achievement. No other civilization has equaled your ability to leave a lasting mark on humankind. A great part of your legacy is the remarkable equilibrium with which you created it. You will be remembered for balance.
Balance.
You also gained fame from the construction of a wonder. Amazing. Congratulations on the success of your ambitions. One more testament to your perseverance. Part of your legacy was being involved in the longest war in history.
The 100 Years' War? I would hope so.
Congratulations. Under your guidance, the thrilling tale of humankind has been rewritten in your own words. There may be future adventures and deeds, an even grander scope for this grand story. Regardless, you have left a great mark and answered the question. How far will you push humankind?
I do really like this end screen. You know, it's so cool, like when you hover over your lands in a cinematic view, that's just such a nice touch. It really is. But yeah, doesn't hold a candle to my glory, man. I'm 1,000 points ahead of him. A little bit less, actually, because he has 2,297. I have 3,291, so it's a bit less than 1,000, but hey, doesn't hold a candle, man. Suck it up, Beowulf. What are we? Like, yeah, normally speaking, we go through all of the different eras and how much fame you got in each one. In this case, we only had one era. He never got the militarist. Yeah, he got one militarist star. He never got 3 of them. I got 3 of them, and then several wonders more than him. That was the end, really. But he did not expand nearly enough. Let's have a look, though. Statistics, fame. Yeah, early on, he went quite far ahead of me, and I wonder why. Alright, so we had the best city, which was London. That's interesting, because it's rather tiny, and I captured it, I guess. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. Longest war for me, against King Beowulf. I guess this is for me. This was my best city. My best city was London. I wonder why, actually. That is weird. We found only 10 curiosities, alright, and we have our longest ideology, which was liberty. That makes sense. Let's see, industry. Oh, at some point I went way ahead of him. He was ahead of me until about turn 40. Then we met each other, and then he kept kind of on an even balance, and I just skyrocketed towards turn 75. Look at that. That is insane. Food. similar story. Well, of course, I beat him quite easily towards the end, so that does make sense. In the beginning, though, I had a lot more food than him. Then he had a little bit more than me, around turn, I guess, 18, 17, something like that. I went down for a while. I guess I had like a population boost or a boom. Look at that, this is also crazy. This is a huge dip. Huge. But then in the end, oh, this is money actually, not food. My mistake. Science, yeah, that makes sense. So that it's kind of like an upward curve, you know. Not sure if he got everything. We're not going through all of that. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.